This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. Loyal Toby. Holmes would have shown us, wouldn't he? This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. Ugh, what a smell! It reeks of tobacco. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This bust was used to fool Colonel Moran during the case of the empty house. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This is what Holmes was wearing yesterday. Holmes has left his tweed suit here, so he came back to change after he left me in front of Judge Beckett's house, just after the explosion. Knowing that Scotland Yard is looking for him, he will likely have changed into one of his disguises. I just need to know which one. The best thing to do is proceed by elimination. I will use the wardrobe in the sitting room to reconstruct them. This is what Holmes was wearing yesterday. Holmes's tobacco. A hole. There must be a false bottom. I need something thin to prise it up. I must collect all the pieces of Holmes's disguises and assemble them in the wardrobe in the sitting room. Baines's men have more or less spared my bedroom. How kind of them. Here is where I write my stories about Holmes's cases, and I've got work to do. I must collect all the pieces of Holmes's disguises and assemble them in the wardrobe in the sitting room. It seems that something in this disguise is missing, but I'm not sure what it might be. I must collect. This is what Holmes... A hole! Holmes's Victoria Cross. A photo of Irene Adler, the woman, according to Holmes. A letter addressed to Zachariah Dossett, the clergyman? But what is that doing here? It's a rent reminder. But why should Holmes be concerned about that? Another letter, this one for a certain Escott. Who could that be? This J. Escott must be a worker in the building. A letter addressed to a clerk of the court. Why in heaven's name has Holmes got that? This letter is addressed to a naval captain. My goodness. All these carefully hidden envelopes were addressed to Holmes under various identities. The addresses are therefore those of his hiding places. Holmes has never told me about them. I suppose that he goes there regularly and discreetly to pick up his mail. I cannot waste precious time by going to each of these addresses. I must refine my research. There, the entire outfit. There, the entire outfit. There, the entire outfit. It seems that something in this disguise is missing, but I'm not sure what it might be. I must collect all the pieces of Holmes's disguises and assemble them in the wardrobe in the sitting room. Holmes? Perfect! Now I know what Holmes looks like, and I know where to search for him. Let me take a look at the map. It would be better if I took some money before leaving. One can buy a lot of things with notes in Whitechapel. It would be better if... It would be better if I took some money before leaving. One can buy a lot of things with notes in Whitechapel. My money! Someone has emptied my wallet. I always keep a little money in it. The police can't have stolen it. It's impossible. Last night I was too tired to think, but now I have to face the truth. Holmes stole my money, like any common low-down scoundrel. Good. I've got the address of Holmes's hideout. 6 Bucks Row.
They leave us to die like dogs. They leave us to die like dogs.
That's of no use.
If you please, arms, arms for my children.
Well, here it is. It looks like a boarding house. I can't knock on all the doors. Holmes will hear me and escape. As I've the advantage of surprise, I'd better use it.
Oh, but I know you. You with the moustache. I met you back when Jack was cutting up all those girls around here. So you've come back to do some slumming.
Danny, you are no longer, you've given up the
The game? Yes, my dear, I've given it up. Sorry, are you? I'm the manager of this boarding house now. I rent out rooms.
That is exactly why I am here. I'm looking for someone who...
He's not here.
You don't even know who I'm talking about.
Perhaps not, but he's not here anyway. You should understand that my tenants come here for peace and quiet. Quiet and discreet, my tellies. Just like me. And I, Danny the Anvil, 11 times champion of male wrestling in Whitechapel, I guarantee their peace and quiet.
I really must insist. It's very important. You know that I'm a doctor, and that is why I'm here. I'm looking for one of your tenants, a workman. He's suffering from a rare form of tooth loss syndrome, an illness he contracted from the lead steam in the factory where he works.
Tooth what's it?
Tooth loss syndrome, a very rare pathology.
A path of what?
Well, an illness that weakens the gums and causes the teeth to fall out.
And you're here to put his teeth back in?
No, of course not. May I come in? I must examine him.
Fiddlesticks. I haven't seen any of my lodgers ill. I don't believe you.
You don't understand. His condition is extremely contagious. I must take him away with me.
Yeah. And if he croaks, who'll pay for his room? He owes me for the month, see? So don't give me all that, or else you'll lose your teeth without being ill.
I haven't got much money with me, but I can give you what I have. As an advance, of course, and the rest.
The rest? Do you think I'm the Queen or something? Get lost!
Dear lady, I'm a biographer and also an artist. Your hotel is quite exceptional. I would like to put it on canvas and perhaps write about its history, which I'm sure must be fascinating.
If you're drunk, you better go and sober up somewhere else.
Dear lady, would you permit me to visit? It would enable me to describe your establishment in the fullest of detail.
It's not a museum. And do you think that I look like a curator?
Madam, I have found you at last. I'm one of your greatest admirers.
Are you having me on or what?
I assure you, I have followed your career for years. I have seen nearly all of your fights.
Yeah, and you'll be part of the next one if you don't clear off out of my way.
I'm looking for one of your tenants. I'll give you something for your trouble, of course.
All right, get your wallet out.
I haven't got much money with me, but I can give you what I have. As an advance, of course, and the rest.
The rest? Do you think I'm the Queen or something? Get lost.
Mrs. Anvil, I work for the government in the hygiene department, and your establishment...
Tough luck, ducky. I make my own law here.
I warn you, if you don't let me in, I will come back with the police. Think about it.
You're a grass as well. Cross this door and I'll knock your head off. Then we'll see whose side you're on.
Madam,
Are you having me?
you are so very unique. I would like you to permit me to sketch your portrait.
My portrait? What for?
It's always a good idea to have a portrait of oneself. To show your friends.
You're right. I'm lovely, aren't I? Come on. I'll do your portrait too. Art, whatever. But I don't think your friends will recognise you afterwards.
Madam,
Are you have...
you...
My...
What for? But to immortalise the champion that you are, of course. All the great wrestlers are doing it these days, even Pudding, Nutcracker, Stomping Jenny.
Yeah, that's true. If those big cows can have theirs done, why not me?
The light here isn't good for artwork. Let me see some of your rooms. Perhaps we will find a better light, without disturbing your tenants, of course.
Don't worry about that. Most of them are out this time of day. And if they're not happy about it, I'll explain it to them gently, if you see what I mean.
I'm sure that they will understand at once.
Yeah, come on then.
Here would be perfect. A splendid place. I've just had a wonderful idea. Why don't I paint your portrait with you wearing your stage costume?
What?
Yes, I think it would be difficult for me to capture you correctly if you are dressed in your everyday clothes. They are too elegant.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna be great. And it will remind me of the old days. Oh, but I left my costume with a pawnbroker so that I could buy some of that lovely pear-smelling perfume.
Yes, I remember. Very well, off you go. While I'm waiting, I shall concentrate and soak up the atmosphere here.
All right, but don't touch anything. The bloke that rents this room isn't very easy going. You'll have enough time. The pawnbroker's shop isn't close by.
What a mess. That's Holmes all right.